General, I think it's time we brief the captain on the next phase of our plans.
Please continue, Senator.
As you may or may not know, we have some history with the Brotherhood of Steel. They know we're in the Commonwealth. After all, they've absolutely heard our radio broadcasts. They just don't know where we are.
That changes now. It is time we make our presence known to the Commonwealth. We have the troops, we have the equipment, we have the ambition. Now we send a message. The Brotherhood of Steel have set up a forward operating base within North Boston Police Department. I want you to join Captain Peterson and his squad in securing it for the Enclave.
What are the details of my mission?
You'll rendezvous with Captain Peterson close to the North Boston Police Department. Once there, you and a squad of soldiers will assault the Brotherhood of Steel forces deployed at that location, so that we may use it going forward.
I'm ready to get to work.
One last thing. Colonel Whitehill, Senator Matthews, and I are in agreement. You have been an exemplary soldier thus far. And so, you are hereby promoted to the rank of Major. I'm also authorizing a suit of power armor for you. Congratulations, Major.
Sir.
Be brief. I'm quite busy.
How are things going?
As a matter of fact, excellent. You know, it's thanks to me all these soldiers.
Excuse me.
I'm glad you made it to the Institute and back in one piece. Looks like Myers pulled through again.
What were you arguing about?
I'm not too confident that the Senator's plan for how we use the FEV is the right one. But I think it's best we leave it at that.
How are things going?
It's too early to get excited, but everything's falling into place. It's interesting that High Command has only now taken full interest in us. That must be down to Dr. Kane being here.
What's your story?
Like many, I was born into the Enclave. I carried out my training over at Raven Rock in DC, and then transferred here shortly before it was destroyed. General Douglas spent most of his time overseeing the lab's work, so I handled the operation of our field troops in the Commonwealth. Losing Raven Rock hit us hard. We were isolated. And when we had to evacuate the oil rig, most of us went into hiding. I had to watch so many die due to exposure out there. I couldn't take it. That's why I came back here. And ran into you.
Never mind, actually.
I'll let you get back to it.
Sir.
Soldier?
Tell me about yourself.
I am nothing more than a proud American.
How are things going?
Now that we have a full contingent of troops, I'm confident that the worst is behind us. We are well poised to begin our operations in Massachusetts.
What's your plan exactly?
We support Dr. King's research into the FEV as much as possible. Her work is the key to regaining control of the United States.
Never mind.
Dismissed.
Captain.
Looks like there's a number of hostile Brotherhood troops dug in at the police station. I've done some recon. There's a couple of ways into the building, but all involve a frontal assault. Give the order, and we'll begin.
Any mission details?
There's the main entrance at the front of the building, with a good chance that there's a lot of hostile soldiers on the other side. At the building's eastern face, there's some scaffolding that can get us roof access. Looks like there's a door on both levels. I think there's probably less Brotherhood soldiers on the upper floors. But the call's yours. Either way, we've got to get rid of them all.
All right, let's go.
Soldiers, on me.
Potential threat in the area.
Enemy acquired. Code red.
Pattern Alpha.
Regroup behind you.
Remember Eden! Perimeter may be compromised. Searching. Hostile employing stealth. Commit sweep. Target relocated. Engage. Visual loss. Sweeping area. Elder Maxon! No visual on hostiles. Tango located. Open fire. For victory!
Fire in the hole.
Take cover! Need it!
Damn it! Help me!
Explosive! Destroyed.
Excuse me, officer.
I think we're done here. Good work. Let's see if I can radio into command. Command, this is Captain Peterson. Do you copy?
Reading you loud and clear, Captain. What's your status?
North Boston Police Station has been secured. Brotherhood forces have been eliminated. Requesting further orders.
Copy that. Maintain position. General Ward is en route via Vertibird. He will be with you shortly.
Understood. Thanks, Command. Over and out. Well, we better head to the roof. Let's go. General.
At ease. Good job, both of you. All right, Major. We've sent a clear message to the Brotherhood of Steel. They know they are vulnerable, and preparations are underway to remove them from Boston entirely.
Anything else we're supposed to do here?
We'll have a permanent detachment of troops here going forward. It'll serve as an excellent staging point for future operations.
What's our next move?
Well, as you know, Dr. Kane's priority has been to get the FEV into a workable state. She and Myers have been designing the system that will release the final compound into the atmosphere, and they've identified a component they need.
What do you mean by that?
Just that. When Dr. Kane has finished her work, the resulting FEV will eject from the oil rig lab as a fine mist. A similar plan was attempted many years ago, but was foiled through no fault of its own due to local meddling. Unfortunately, that FEV curling 13 variant is long gone. Dr. Kane is having to reverse engineer it from a sample that is far removed from it. If you want more information, I'm sure she'll be happy to share. You are authorized to know.
That sounds dangerous.
For mutants, yes, I would imagine so. We will be fine, I assure you.
What do you need me to do?
Now, I need you to go to the hallucinogen facility in downtown Boston to recover a hypersonic vaporizer. Once you have it, return to the oil rig and hand it over to Dr. Kane for inspection.
What are the details of my mission?
Go to hallucinogen to recover a hypersonic vaporizer, which Dr. Kane needs in order to release the FEV when the time comes.
Yes, sir.
Dismissed.
Hey.
Yeah.
A chemical leak has been detected. Please evacuate the building immediately. Evacuate the building. A chemical leak has been detected. Please evacuate the building.
Listen to me carefully. You cannot go along with this plan.
What are you talking about?
Look, I'm sure the Senator's peddling this ideal of a world without mutation. If it were that easy, I'd be right there with him. The reality of this is, if Senator Matthews gets his way, the repercussions will be unfathomable.
What do you mean by that?
For as long as I can remember, Enclave scientists have been trying to modify the FEV to attack mutated tissue in some way or
Maybe
another.
if you can make
Matthews
eye
wants
contact
Dr.
with me,
Kane's
that
strain
would
to be
be
as
nice.
aggressive and indiscriminate as possible. And there's the problem. People like you and General Ward, Enclave personnel who haven't been exposed to radiation for extended periods of time, the FEV wouldn't touch you. But people like me, Enclave remnants who've had to scavenge, I can't let you go until we've spoken, and I know where you stand.
Tell me what's going on.
For as long as I can remember, Enclave scientists have been trying to modify the FEV to attack mutated tissue in some way or another. Matthews wants Dr. Kane's strain to be as aggressive and indiscriminate.
I don't know what to say.
I know this is a lot to take in. What I'm going to propose sounds extreme. Is extreme. But there really is no other option. General Ward firmly believes in the Senator's plan, and we don't have the authority to stop the FEV distribution system from being built. I'm afraid the only choice we have is to eliminate Senator Matthews and General Ward.
Okay. I understand.
You don't know how relieved I am to hear that. Thank you.
Keep smiling,
Obviously, I don't need to
Jackass.
tell you that you can't
Maybe
pin
you
them
could like
down.
turn around.
Their deaths need
face
to look
me,
like an
please.
accident. And they need to die together. That's our best chance at keeping suspicions low.
Sounds like your problem, not mine.
I don't trust like that.
It's no secret General Ward and I haven't seen eye to eye for a while. I think it's best if I stay away, so his death can't be traced to me. I'll be at the Army Depot until the deed is done. I'm going
Go
to be able to
cough up a
compromise my
hairball.
position and bail you out. So be careful. Good luck, Major.
Uh-huh.
That vertibird good to go yet? Flight control's been hounding me. Ward and the Senator want to go ASAP. Yeah, we're almost there. It's got some kinks to iron out. And we'll
Oil
be
rig's
golden.
looking great.
Flight control. It's huge.
Pilot, it's time to go.
Yes, sir.
Timing is impeccable, Captain. Watch.
Did anyone make it out there?
Is the general... What just happened?
Hey there.
Are they dead?
Hey.
I can't believe it.
Hey.
What just happened?
Excuse me.
Are they dead?
Comms have been going crazy. A vertibird crashed at the oil rig shortly after takeoff. But I think you knew about that already.
So what happens now?
First, let me take that hypersonic vaporizer off of you. I'll get it to Dr. Kane. I'm not blind to the fact that in the short term, there's going to be a lot of confusion and pain from the loss of such high-ranking officials. But we need to put that to one side for now. I've heard from Myers. He thinks he's found the solution to the oil
No,
rig's power issue.
thanks. Are there any other options?
I found out about those Enclave survivors you rescued from the Harper. I applaud you for it. You seem to share my values.
Can I ask some questions?
Yeah, please do.
Wait, what?
What about afterwards? Won't everyone be after us?
High Command's response is definitely a concern. There's no doubt they're pushing for the FEV's worldwide deployment, too. Unfortunately, all we can do is be hopeful that they're accepting of my leadership, and that I can run enough interference to derail the plan. If not, we'll have to figure it out. I know that isn't the answer you were hoping for.
What's your plan exactly?
Of course, I still believe in the Enclave's vision. The United States of America is rightfully ours. We are the country's successor. I believe that with our world-class equipment and facilities, we can take back what's ours through use of force.
I have some more questions first. Don't you think you're being a little selfish here?
I know how this looks. Yes. On General Ward and Senator Matthews' death, I become the interim base commander. But I promise, this isn't a power grab for the sake of it. This is just so I can put the brakes on their plan.
Shouldn't we try to avoid killing anyone?
That's too risky. We get it wrong, we might end up releasing the FEV ourselves. We need to put a stop to this before it gets that far.
The simple solution is just to kill her.
That could work, but the truth is, I think her FEV work is invaluable. I just disagree with the format it's being used in. I'm hoping we could have her create a localized delivery method. Something to give our troops the edge against hostiles.
That's all.
All right. So, what do you say?
I won't be a part of this. I can't.
I urge you to reconsider. I don't want to do this, but if you won't join me, I can't risk letting you live.
You made a mistake, but you can still do the right thing.
Damn. I can't go through with this. You do what you need to do, but my journey with the Enclave is over. Whatever happens next, you won't see me again.
Whatever the Institute is planning with their synths, it can't be good.
Sir.
Major, have you seen Colonel Whitehill? I was told she headed to the mainland, and I need to speak to her.
Maybe. Why do you ask?
That is not your concern. Suffice to say, I have important matters to discuss with her, and her sudden departure is surprising to me.
She was one of us. Never would have suspected she was a traitor.
What? That snake! I knew she couldn't be trusted. Traitors like her are what keep derailing the Enclave's goals. Where is she now?
Does it matter?
Of course it matters. She's a security risk and needs to be terminated for her crimes.
So what happens now?
She's stripped of her rank. A warrant for her arrest is now in effect, and she will summarily be executed for conspiring against the Enclave.
How did you know?
Quite simply, she spent too much time in the wasteland. I suspected she may have lost sight of our goals, and this confirms it. She didn't have America's best interests at heart, and now she will pay.
I don't know, sir.
That is very concerning. I'll have to send out a squad to hunt her down. Should you ever see her, you are authorized to shoot to kill. Regardless, we can now continue our work uninterrupted. I see you have that hypersonic vaporizer. I'll take it off your hands. I have time-sensitive orders for you. Now, Chief Engineer Myers believes he has a solution to our power issue. In both that dossier and holotape you recovered from the Institute, he found mention of a beryllium agitator in the mass fusion building. From what he tells me, he can use that device to significantly boost the output of one of our reactors. The problem is the Institute need it for much the same reason, and I have no doubt they are preparing to retrieve it ASAP. We must beat them to it.
What about the Institute?
Yes, engaging them is inevitable. If they're already there, you'll need to neutralize them. If they're not, they will attack us for the agitator. Avoiding hostilities with them is no longer a concern. They stand in the way of our mission, and for that, they will die.
I'm ready.
I need you to go to North Boston Police Department and rendezvous with Captain Peterson. You'll find a vertibird prepared for your journey to mass fusion. Go get that beryllium agitator, Major. Do not let me down.
There's the occasional raider attack, but it doesn't take long to vaporize them.
Excuse me, officer.
I heard about Whitehill, ma'am. We'll find her eventually, and when we do, we'll make sure she faces justice. So, the mission. We need to airdrop onto the roof of the mass fusion building and recover a device they were creating before the war, the beryllium agitator. If we're lucky, it should be located close to the roof. If not, we'll need to do a sweep through the building. According to Chief Engineer Myers, there's a very real risk we'll encounter the Brotherhood of Steel or the Institute. I'll be accompanying you in case we face additional resistance.
Who's that I'll be fighting?
If we're lucky, we'll get there before either of them. Otherwise, according to the info Myers pulled from that Institute tape, the Brotherhood need the agitator, and the Institute wants to stop that. So, we need to be ready to fight either of them.
Yeah, it would be helpful if you tagged along.
Of course, ma'am. Happy to be of assistance. The vertibird's good to go. Board it when you're ready to depart.
Our full force has been deployed here. Let's make it count.
Airship over there? It's a wonder they managed to scrape that thing together in the wastes. Not that it'll be airborne for much longer. We'll make sure of that. There's a vertibird by Mass Fusion's roof, and it's not one of ours. Stay frosty. Open fire!
Are you hitting on me?
You got no chance.
Nice. Pompous ass.
Suppressive fire.
Come with me.
Ah! You got no chance.
Going down.
They're teleporting in.
Movement detected. Curious. Attacking enemy.
Take them down. Made the mistake of taking on the armor. I'm hit.
Detonating explosive charge.
You alright? They've disabled the elevators. Smart. Made the mistake of taking on the Enclave.
Going down.
Suppressive fire.
Is someone present? Please stand still.
Keep the pressure on.
Now cycling airlock. Please wait. Warning. High levels of radiation have been detected in the reactor chamber. Please take appropriate safety precautions. Initiating decontamination sequence. Decontamination complete. You may proceed. Security alert in the reactor chamber. Emergency lockdown initiated. Please wait. Decontamination complete.
Detecting sentient life. Alert level elevated.
Hear that? I think the Brotherhood's back again, and the Institute's trying to fight them off. I say we try and slip past, but whatever you want to do, I've got your back.
Hostiles. Detecting enemy.
I'm taking fire. Suppressing fire. Suppressive fire. I'm taking fire.
Brotherhood took Washington from us. We'll take their elder from them.
Radiation levels are within the correct operating envelope. Gotta keep an eye on those
hello.
transient loads.
Have you got that beryllium agitator?
You okay?
Sorry, Major. It's just this whole business with Morgan. Whitehill. I can't believe. It's just that she was good people, and let's just get back to this reactor business.
Yep, got it right here.
I'll get the agitator installed now. Reactor 1's already powered down.
You need this to
Reactor
work,
temperature
Miles.
is at a steady 995 degrees.
Spiking in Sector 7. Adjusting. All systems are within normal operating parameters.
Reactor 2 is operating at a 95% efficiency. Increased load from the
Won't take
labs.
long. This is pretty
Compensating.
straightforward.
Core pressure holding at 740 psi. Reactor temperature is at a steady 995 degrees. Monitors reporting green across the board. Core pressure holding at 740 psi.
Okay, fire her up, Sam.
You got it. Reactor 2 is operating at a 95% efficiency. Flow is good. Pressure buildup is nominal. Sending ignition command.
Increased load from the labs. Compensating. Gotta keep an eye on those transient loads.
Status green across the Reactor 1 is operating at a
step
97% efficiency. Radiation levels are within the correct operating envelope.
Hi, asshole.
Hey there, Major.
Fine work, Major, fine work. Not having to ration out power anymore will be a relief to all of us.
Why is that so important?
Because we simply didn't have enough power to keep both the factory and the labs adequately supplied. And we need to ensure everything runs at peak efficiency. Bottlenecks are not acceptable.
I'm sure the reactor will improve everyone's life. It's a great accomplishment.
Indeed. Once again, we find ourselves indebted to you. Dr. Kane told me she had a demonstration prepared for me. Why don't you come along? Meet me in the labs.
Mark my words, Dr. Kane will find a way to stop the mutants.
With the oil rigs factory running again.
Hello, Major. I take it you're here for the demonstration?
So, is this your life's work?
In a sense, it's actually the opposite. The FEV has seen many names and purposes over the years, and has been worked on by many different people. My colleagues and I were originally part of the team developing FEV-2, a strain that would have turned our soldiers, well, into super soldiers. The strain I've developed is very loosely based on that retrovirus. Rather than reverse the effects of FEV-2, it is lethal to the damaged DNA. A valuable tool for cleansing this world of threats, I'm sure you'd agree.
What's going on?
It may have taken countless sleepless nights, but the FEV is finally ready to be shown in action, and I've prepared a little demonstration.
Let's get started.
Very well, let us begin.
I've been looking forward to this.
I thought it'd be prudent to show you how we got where we are. If you look down into the test chamber, you'll see the results of what I'm designating FEV Kane 1. FEV is not dissimilar to the one we recovered, simply stabilized to the best of my abilities.
I see nothing but dead mutants. Did we get lucky with this strain?
Unfortunately, it wasn't that straightforward, no. Of the 4 subjects in that test chamber, 2 were relatively healthy wastelanders, 1 was a ghoul, and 1 was a vault dweller from Vault 81. The vault dweller exhibited extreme cell growth within 15 minutes of exposure. Strength and aggression increased dramatically. We had to terminate them. The wastelanders did not, at first, exhibit any reactions until they lost consciousness after half an hour. Within an hour, they appeared to begin ghoulifying. While the ghoul experienced near-instant death due to lung damage. One positive result, at least.
Ah, the Super Soldier Project. It must not have been easy stabilizing that initial FEV sample. Impressive, Doctor.
Yes, this original strain was created with the Super Soldier plan in mind. In here, you can see the results of FEV Kane 6.
You've certainly been cleaning house, Doctor.
Quite. With this strain, we wanted to increase the potency of the virus to reduce the time needed to reach maximum effect. Unfortunately, it appears we made FEV Kane 6 far too aggressive. It provokes an intense immunoresponse in patients, leading to immediate and indiscriminate death and liquefaction.
Regardless of mutation? Not exactly what we're looking for, but a potent biological weapon regardless.
Perhaps, but if it's purely chemical warfare you're interested in, there are far simpler compounds that can be used. This way, please. In here, we have the results of FEV Kane 9. I was close with this strain, very close. Like in the first example, the subjects consisted of 1 vault dweller, 2 common wastelanders, and a ghoul. Within 5 minutes of exposure to the FEV agent, all subjects, minus the vault dweller, perished from asphyxiation as their lung cells were destroyed. The vault dweller exhibited no abnormal symptoms aside from, well, mental trauma, as is to be expected.
Singling out creatures' lungs. Smart.
Yes, the base agent was already affecting the subject's lungs, so we opted to build on that. The results were very promising. It is most potent against land-based mammals, although it does seem to retain some effectiveness against non-mammals, aggressively attacking their organs. Unfortunately, healthy humans are not fully immune to the effects of FEV Kane 9. Approximately 2 hours after exposure, an aggressive cancer begins to propagate through the patient's body. This one doesn't have long left to live.
It must have been frustrating being that close.
Yes, we were so close. We were, however, able to identify what leads to the cancer in pure patients after sufficient testing. Come with me to the upper test chamber.
My apologies for being late, but I didn't want to miss this.
Welcome, Senator. What have you got here, Doctor?
Let's call it a live fire exercise.
Please, please, you don't have to do this.
You're that traitor that we caught leaking information. You should be thankful you're avoiding execution. But now...
A traitor with minimal radiation exposure makes for a fine control sample. I'm sure you'd agree.
You've got this all wrong. I didn't do anything.
Please settle down. Now, on the left of the chamber, we have sedated wasteland abominations. I had hoped to include a non-feral ghoul in this demonstration, but unfortunately I have already depleted our reserves of them. I think it's time you see FEV Kane 9B in action. You can dispense it from that terminal over there.
Why don't you do the honors, Major? You were instrumental in getting this far.
This is making me uncomfortable.
You need to appreciate the fruits of your labor. Do it. That's an order.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Please, stop.
The FEV has been dispensed.
I don't want to die.
Stop whining. Fortunately for you, your radiation levels are too minute for FEV K9B to react. This is it. The ultimate weapon against the wasteland. No need to inoculate, and no cure for those vulnerable to it.
You've done it, Doctor. This is just what we've been waiting for.
Simply incredible, don't you think?
What's our next move?
We follow through with the Enclave's master plan. And this time there's nothing to stand in our way. We release the FEV into the jet stream. And we watch as the world's horrors are eradicated. And we begin a new era, with the Enclave at the helm.
This is a good start.
It is. It won't be long before we can deploy the FEV at scale.
General, with your permission, I can get Chief Engineer Myers and his men to start work on the FEV release system.
Of course, Dr. Kane. Permission is hereby granted. Do whatever you need to get the system operational.
Thank you, General.
What the?
The depot is under attack.
Who's behind the attack?
A Brotherhood air assault. Our troops are outnumbered.
Damn it!
Those meddling swine!
Prepare the vertibirds and muster the troops. We need to hold the army depot at all costs. Major, I want you to join the troops. Fend off the Brotherhood. That's an order.
Crush them, Major.
Let's go, people!
Follow me, Major!
Hi.
We're standing by.
Ready to go to the Army Depot, ma'am?
So, what's our situation?
Army Depot troops are under heavy fire from the Brotherhood. They're outnumbered and outgunned. We need to reinforce them before it's too late.
Let's move out.
All right, Major. We're approaching the AO. Leading the charge. More reinforcements are inbound. Our troops should be holding out at the HQ. I'm seeing heavy gunfire ahead. Get ready on that minigun. Thin them out before you jump.
There we go.
Let's get this party started.
Sir.
Major, we have no time for pleasantries. We have a situation.
Can you bring me up to speed on the situation?
We've learned the Brotherhood of Steel have occupied Site Gamma, a missile test site north of here. They're making preparations to target the oil rig. They are successful, we are finished. We're gonna throw everything we have at them. Captain Peterson is familiar with Site Gamma. He'll spearhead the operation. Talk to him at once.
Captain.
Major, ready to begin?
So this was just a fishing expedition?
You did good work here, Major. I wish we had time to celebrate. The target is Site Gamma, a missile test site. The facility is covered by 2 anti-air batteries, which will need to be destroyed before we can send in the main force. We will be airdropped just outside of the anti-air's range. Our primary objective will be to disable them. After we've disabled both anti-airs, the main force will arrive. We'll advance to the launch site with vertibirds providing covering fire. Once inside the launch site, we fight our way to the control room and clear it. Ready to go?
Let's move out.
For the Enclave!